Hello, it's Mindy here. I'm a mum to 5 adult children, 3 of which have left home and got their own families. So this shopping is just for myself and my husband and Connor and Yuki. This is... where did we go? We went to Farmfoods because my son, who lives in a little village, has watched one of my videos and said, can we go to Farmfoods? So we took him and we went at the same time, obviously. But there's also some Morrison bits in here. I'll show you all the fresh and stuff that goes in the cupboard first, because we actually went last night but it was too dark to record by the time we got home. So I thought I'd put you on a tripod just so I can actually pick up my glasses and all that at the same time. Right, these were something new. They're by the Cookie Crisp people, but it says hazelnut toast, and it looks like each bit is just the shape of a toast. It's, how many grams is it? Oh, it's 350 grams, but it was 89p, and they're saying it will do 11 servings. But on cereal, we don't worry about serving size. It's something healthy, you have as much as you want. We've got 4 of the Emerge 1 litre energy drinks, because they're 2 for £1. There's only 2 up here because I haven't got room, plus they've both taken one already. We picked up the orange flavoured cakes, because it's a nice subtle orange, not overpowering like on a Jaffa cake, it's not that strong. But it's nice to have ready-made cakes sometimes. But they're for £1, so 10p a cake is good. We've got the Jaffa cake bars, but these ones are blackcurrant flavour. So Connor, who does a bit of a review channel, he shall probably be testing those on camera. But they were 49p, so that's 10p a cake again. I have this thing in my head, I'm still living in the 20 years ago, 10p sounds good. It probably should be like 20p a cake nowadays, but I still like things at 10p. The zingy lemon ones, they're also 49p, and both flavours are suitable for vegetarians, which my youngest daughter is. Because we went to Morrisons as well, we've picked up 2 beef casserole mixes, because they're 25p each or 2 for 40p, and normally if I make a casserole I just chuck gravy in, so I'm thinking this might be better because it's got herbs and that in. We have still got steaks in the freezer, so I might just chop those up. The caramel slices, glasses on, they're 59p still so we picked up 2 of those. I think we've still got a packet from before, but these Maltesers, I'm not sure what this extra free bit means, because it's not a free packet or anything, because there is a barcode, but they were 59p or 2 for £1. So I've got a packet for Connor and Yuki to try, because they're not getting Easter eggs this year. They can just have more of their normal snacks. But that is, it says 3 servings, but it's 85 grams. I've picked up 3 of the sieved tomatoes. The first time I went to Farmfoods they were 3 for £1. Now they're just 39p each. So a few things like offers do change. Lost the pot noodle, which I've said before Connor likes because there is no little bits of vegetables in it. They were 4 for £1. They are in date till May, if you can see that. But they're now 5 for £1. So we picked up £2 worth, or 10 packets, just because they can sit in the cupboard until May and they will be fine. You never know if they're going to want them at lunchtime, or if I sometimes use them to make a stir fry. But we've got 15, actually they are huge eggs this time, but 15 eggs for £1. Is this better being on the tripod? Am I keeping, because you're keeping steady? The big bag of fudge, 220 grams, is 79p, and Fudgelicious is right, it is lovely fudge. We've got 2 sugars, they're 2 for £1.10. The bread rolls, I can't see the screen now because, yeah, the bread rolls are still 39p. And as I'm recording, it's now the 27th of March. They have still got quite a long date on them, but they are nice ones, those. Rocky. Just need to turn a little bit because we're working our way down the stack. Sorry, I should have probably paused you for that. These great big tubs, last time we were there, I walked past them because I saw £1.99, but they're £1 this week. And where did I see the date? But you get 10 in here. That's what the actual cakes are supposed to look like. They're in date until the 13th of July. So they haven't been reduced to £1 because they're short on date. They obviously just want to get rid of them. But here, it does say that the container is microwave and food safe. But I will probably just store little treats in here afterwards for when the grandchildren are allowed back over in a few months. But I've already opened it because I wanted to be nosy. But it just comes like you get 10 in there, so the cakes aren't even touching the container. Just in case any of my viewers have little girls or boys that like cakes, we shall have a look in one of them. Because they do feel like they're quite small compared to the wrapper. Yeah, that's what the actual cakes look like. So again, it works out as 10p each, but we have got the containers for afterwards. Because my son, who lives in the little village, he's brought them more for the containers as well. So his kids can put their little toys in, and because he has 2 children. We've got the loaf of bread. That's only dated till the 31st, so, but that was 39p, still a few days. Excuse me. We have actually got some veg, or fruit I should say. For some reason this week they've got easy peelers in. There's 7 in a bag, so we picked up 2 bags because they're 59p each. Sometimes my hubby, he wants like these. He will eat both packets maybe 2 days, and then he won't want them again for weeks. He's got to be in the mood for them. We've got 2 packets of the Skittles. I know these have been out before, but we've never actually brought them. They're the ones where they're all white. But they were 49p. It does claim that they're different flavours, but they're going to have to eat them to find out, aren't they? The 99p butter. And the only trouble with it being not 250 grams is it's awkward when you're making a recipe. You've got to open a bit more or adjust it a little bit, because most recipes say 250 grams. That's the only drawback if you are cooking with it. Otherwise 99p is good. And in Morrisons they had, I think, like, to me, I'd use them in my kitchen scales, but for watches and all that, they were only £1. I think I need to move you over again. We've got, I've seen the Rockstar before, but I didn't notice the price. This one is a mango one. I think it was 89p or 79p, but it was 2 for £1. And look how cute it is. It's got all these little skulls on. And another thing I hadn't seen there before is the 250 gram jar of Marmite. Only £1.49. That is very cheap for Marmite. And in Morrisons, this tomato and chilli relish was on offer at 55p. So that's, I think, for burgers or hot dogs would be nice. And we picked up a jar of hot dogs from Morrisons for £1, because hubby is saying that he wants to make his own like rustler hot dogs, because you heat it up in the microwave, so you may as well just heat some of these up, because he has access to a microwave at work. And Morrisons do a value soup. That's 24p, so we've only got 2 because I don't know what Morrisons ones are like. I know we like the Tesco's one, but these were, they're on the shelf at 40p, but they've actually come up at 95p. But we didn't know where customer service was in Morrisons, so we've had to pay too much. And even though we went shopping last night, they're today's date. In Morrisons, again, they were down to 48p. And we've picked up in Home Bargains another one of these tins of chicken roll. We've brought 2 before, but we've not tried it. But I can't see it being a problem. And the tuna flakes, we're not sure because we've not had this brand before. It's 49p, but you can pick up a whole tray of 12 tins for £4.99. But I didn't want to do that until I know what the tuna's like, so we've only picked up 1. And I fancy some beetroot. This one's 38p. And these are so cute. It's the only reason I brought them, I don't know why. Tiny, tiny little forks are reduced to 50p. There's 40 in there. So they will just go in the cupboard till I can figure out something to do with them. A 70p bag of coffee. You just chuck it in your normal jar. And a huge hot chocolate, 400 grams, that was 95p. I think it's a bit cheaper in Tesco's, but we weren't going to there, so we've paid a bit more. And in Farmfoods, they're called saucers, but they were 49p. So I've got 2 packs, one for Connor and Yuki to try. They feel like they're sort of like air puffed crisps. And some big bags of Transformer snacks, saucy barbecue. That's 70 grams, so it's like quite a few packets together. They were 29. I'm pulling stuff out the corner that you can't see now. You still can't see. But this was also in Morrisons. 152 candles and bases. So it's 102 candles and 50 bases. They are tiny, but normally you don't use a whole candle anyway. But they're just for in case a cake comes up, or a birthday I should say. The soya milk It was 60p in Morrisons. I know you can get it in Tesco's a little bit cheaper, but I want to see if a different company tastes different for her. And as soon as this is recorded, my husband is stealing the whole 6-pack of these, because when you buy the mixed ones he never gets the nice and spicy. We also haven't bought them for well over a year. But they were £1 in Morrisons. Then we've got 1.5 litres of squash. It says it's double concentrate, but you just use the same as you normally would because no one's been using unconcentrated stuff for a long time. That's 99p, but we are practically out of squash. For some reason no one's been drinking it for ages. A litre of sunflower oil, that's £1.09. Hubby was going to pick up a vegetable and I'm like, no, I want sunflower in case I make muffins. And he just sort of looked at me and said, like, you're going to do some baking? Because I did make cinnamon rolls the other day. I've got 2 more of the Berry Bliss, 35p. But what I do is I put it into a litre pump bottle and I just squirt it into the sink that way. So they're going to finish filling up that bottle. And a huge kilo of ketchup for 80p. And then we've not tried Morrisons one, that's 17p, so we've only picked up 4 just in case they don't like it. If they don't like it they can still drink all 4, I just won't buy it again. I'm going to move this stuff and then get out the evening meal stuff. So I will see you in a minute. Right, I've moved some of the stuff around, and before I forget, I need to put the mic back on. We did pick up the 18-pack of blue rolls for $3.99 in Farmfoods. Then I can move that out of the way. And it might be noticeable now, but we tend to have pizzas when we go shopping. These ones are 99p, and the jalapenos, me and my husband are taking them off because they are so hot. Half of my pizza's still in the fridge, but we picked up 3 and we've eaten 3. And Yuki, who's a vegetarian, she just had to have the plain one from Morrisons. That was 85p. We've picked up some microwave ones because they're just an easy snack for her. They were £1 for the cheese ones. I don't know if I showed you the wraps, but they were for 80. They were 69p, but they're a bit smaller than what we normally get. It's just the way they've laid them out there. But they are in date till June, so the fact that they have such a long date, I don't mind them being a bit smaller. Because I don't know what we're going to eat this week, I never do. We've got 15 garlic slices. I like the garlic slices because it's just easier to serve up. But I don't think we've had those, not from Farmfoods anyway, but we haven't had garlic bread this year anyway. We haven't even eaten the last 2 toffee cheesecakes, but hubby just had to pick them up. They were £1. But there wasn't any room in the freezer, so these 2 have got to be eaten because they had to go in the fridge. And my son, he had spotted this one, a 450-gram bar of rack of ribs. They're on, some things change all the time. They're in date until, I don't know. Huh? Oh, the 3rd of September 2022, if I got that in focus. But they were £1. They had a whole row of them, so we have only picked up 3, which is hopefully not being greedy, but At a pound, you can't go too wrong. They got the beer battered one still, and I did try some of my hubby's one. I can taste the beer, so I don't like them, but they're still a pound. So we've got 2 packs of those, because Connor could eat the whole pack by himself. He loves fish. We've got more of the chicken burgers. We haven't eaten the last lot either yet, but I think hubby is looking forward to summer, when the kids can come round and sit in the garden. He can feed the grandkids. This one's from Morrisons. I know you can get a kilo of cheese from Tesco's for $4.40. This is a kilo, but it's Pilgrim's Choice. And he did used to like having brand names, but because that's such a good offer, I didn't mind. I think one of my lenses on my glass. Oh. And we got a 6 pint of milk from Morrisons. That's got loads of date on it as well. That was $1.50, because I need the milk after having the pizza because it gives me heartburn. So we get through quite a bit of milk. I'm getting old, my stomach can't handle things. These my daughter did like. I didn't think she would because they're chickpeas, but they're only a pound in Farmfoods, and that's for 450 grams. But we did try these last time we went to Morrisons, and you actually get 100 grams more than other brands. So this packet will go around 3 meals for her, because there was 19 in there last time. That's $1.75, so I picked up 2 because I don't know when we're going to Morrisons again. So hopefully he'll still eat this because that was last night. I'm sure it'll still be fine, but that was down to 12p. Right, we've got kebab meat. I've tried this years ago, not this brand, but I burnt it. But it says that you can do it in the microwave, so I'm going to try that so it doesn't burn. But 2 packets for £3, so it's about a kilo between the 2 packets. That way we can make our own fake kebabs, because there's the second one. And in Farmfoods, 99p for Wolf's ice cream. That was really good. It's not 2 litres like it used to be though. And this was a bit of fun. 5 unicorns, 69p. Those I'm going to give to Connor as a laugh. I'm sure he'll eat them anyway. But and the onion bargies, they're a pound. I'm not sure if it's bargies, because they're the little onion things that if you read it, I'm sure you'll know how to say it. And in Morrisons, these are only a pound. So we've got the cheese and chives, and the ham and cheese. We've still got crackers from Christmas, whole boxes. Because again, you've got to be in the mood for these sort of things. We've got 8 sausage rolls from Morrisons for 85p. Those would just be put in the fridge for them to nibble on. Then we've got McCain's jacket wedges, 650 grams. They were only 69p, which is the sort of price you'd pay for like Lidl Zone, but they'll be handy anyway. We've got 2 lots of fish fingers. These are also only 69p. Gorgeous in a sandwich with either ketchup or salad cream. 2 more of these Jamaican patties, 89p. We found the best way to cook them is in the microwave, mainly because I'll burn them. And this is also from Farmfoods. Sweet potato fries. If you brought their own one, it was only 450 grams, This one's a kilo for 99p. So I'm hoping they'll like them. We've not tried them before. But that was everything that we picked up in Farmfoods and Tesco's. Morrisons. Now the time to reveal the receipts. Right. See, this is where I'm hoping that I can keep you steady so that I can actually focus it for you. And I can see the screen as well then. Right. It came to £52.70, but because it came to more than £50, we used the e-voucher, so it became £47.50. So it's just as well we picked up the toilet rolls because that's what took it over. And Morrisons was £29.02, but it should have been £1.10 cheaper because they overcharged us. But between the two shops, less than £77. And now that I've only got the meal stuff out, you'll be able to, you can kind of see that we did get a lot of meals. Because we've had the pizzas, there's at least 3 meals in the ribs. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's definitely more than a week's worth of food there. So for £77, I'm quite happy with that. And if you want to let me know whether work on a tripod is better for you, or if you'd prefer it when I stretch across and, I don't know. It's easier for me because I can see the screen then, otherwise I can't focus on it. But I'll see you on my next haul, which I think will probably be a Tesco's, because we don't need Farmfoods again for a while. But there was no Doritos because Doritos have gone up, so I didn't buy them. So I am cheap. I'll see you next time. Bye.